All right, so 6 week cut is over. Tell me what your journey has been. Tell me, just explain about the journey.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting journey for sure, with sickness in there and some other things that have been kind of threw things a little bit off, I guess. But I enjoyed the food that I was eating. I mean, it was mostly about nutrition, right? We did have the 3 exercises a week, and sometimes that became challenging with scheduling and stuff like that. But I think it was really, for 6 weeks, we just thought about food a lot.
Yes.
I mean, it really was just a lot of preparation and thinking about it. I mean, we became best friends with my fitness
annoying.
pal.
It was actually very annoying during dinners when we had to track everything, because one of us was either standing there on our phone trying to put everything in, while the whole family was sitting there. The whole family's sitting there ready to eat, and I'm just like, hold on, guys, hold on.
Yeah, going out to eat too was a little bit not challenging, but I guess it was. But we would also have to put it in to my fitness pal and make sure it matched with our macros. So it was good, in that we saw really good results.
Yes, we did.
So we knew what we were doing. We saw the results that we wanted. So that's awesome. But I think for the short term, it's really just a short-term thing, right?
The changes wasn't too drastic, but you still saw the results in 6 weeks. You went down 9 pounds in 6 weeks. I went down 7 pounds in 6 weeks, which is a good, healthy manner in losing weight, right? So it wasn't too crazy.
Yeah, and we saw a loss too in inches. So I think I saw about 1 inch loss in every area, and you saw like a 1/2 inch in some areas too. The areas that we really want to see loss in. So I think, I mean, it definitely was the results that we wanted.
Yes, and like we talked about, it wasn't too depriving this time around. Last year when I did this, I went into ketosis halfway into the 6 week cut, and then I got really shredded. This time around, I sustained this whole process pretty easy, and it wasn't too difficult for me to cut down. So this is definitely a lot better time around for me to do my cut.
And I think too, like we do already eat pretty healthy. We don't go out to eat except maybe once a week.
Once a week.
That's our normal anyways. So I think for us, if you're coming from a place where you are eating out very often, or you're eating a lot of sugar or processed foods, it's going to take you quite a bit longer. So we don't want to give that impression that everyone's going to see these results that we saw, because it's going to take a bigger kind of change. So for us, it wasn't depriving because we're not used to eating out or eating a lot of processed food. So
and I think it's just really tracking was the biggest reason why we saw results. Like you have to track, you have to plug in your foods. It's not fun.
You just can't be spontaneous about anything, right? Like you have to be in your head really about it.
You have to prep the food. You have to do the hard work. You have to stay consistent, and you have to push through the hard times when it got difficult at dinner times,
or cravings and temptations,
or when we both were kind of over it already in like the first couple weeks, just with plugging the food in. With the family, I'd say it's definitely harder.
Right. And I mean, we were talking a little bit about it, and just like, you see models, or you see bodybuilders, you see these people, and 6 weeks of watching our macros and 6 weeks of getting our workouts in and seeing how much we leaned out. We're still like not at that. Well, he's getting close to the bodybuilder look. I'm not. And so it's that thing of like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of focus and really
dedication.
Dedication.
Well, explain to the viewers, to the moms out there, to women out there, why you don't want to go to that level.
Well, one, I need to keep my sanity. And like having a 2-year-old, if I was honestly like starving myself or going down even further in calories, like I would be irritable. I wouldn't have the energy, I don't think, to really maintain. Also just, we have to keep fat on our body. Like you have to have a certain percentage of fat on your body, in order for your body to function well. So you don't want to be super, super depriving for a long time.
Right.
And like I said, again, this wasn't depriving for us. It was just watching what we were doing. So
for me, it was just a little bit, because I didn't have much to lose, and I overeat so much, and I think a lot of us guys overeat so much that we shouldn't be eating that many calories in a day. We should just be maintaining. But when you overindulge, yes, it's gonna be a lot harder when you're trying to cut, because now you really have to watch your calories. Because I noticed for me, it was just so hard later, like halfway in, where I was just like, okay, I'm freaking hungry right now.
Well, and I think that overindulging too, like it was a really good, just to do this is a really good eye opener as to what a real portion size should be. Because I think we have it in our minds that going out to a restaurant, like that's a portion size. That usually it's way too much food. So like measuring out how much rice I was eating, I was like, oh, I normally eat probably twice as much as what I should be eating.
And so, especially with your pastas have so many carbohydrates. I had weighed I had done about a fistful of pasta, and that was like about 60 grams of carbs, which that was, for me, I was getting around 100 carbs a day, which that would have been like almost a little over half of my carb intake in one meal. So you got to really be focused on the portion control, and you really will see results if you track that.
Yeah, so portion control definitely was something that we learned a little bit. I mean, we knew about it, but I think it's just you kind of forget what a portion really should be.
Yeah.
And then quality of food was another big thing too. Like what the ingredients that you choose is going to be very different, or it's going to have different results for you. So I still eat tortillas. We still eat tortillas, but we eat lower carb, which has higher fiber. So that changes everything.
And this weekend we had burgers and fries. Okay, so people don't get that. You can have the foods you want. You just got to really find better quality of food and portion control. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, because I mean, if you go out and get fries, they're going to be cooked in some oil. That's probably going to cause inflammation. There's so much fat with that. But if you air fry them at home, you can still enjoy your fries, and they've been really tasty fries. So
it's been good.
Yeah.
What do you feel like has been the best part about this cut? Like what kind of result did you feel like you got from this cut? Mentally, physically, or what do you think?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I like the way I feel right now. I like the way my body looks right now. I am leaner, but I didn't lose a lot of muscle mass. So I feel really good in my skin right now. Just how my body is. I think.
You want to talk about just the baby skin and
the lovely skin. So yeah, if you've had kids and so for me, when I had my daughter, I was not into fitness. I've only been doing this for 5 years. This is my second career. But so I wasn't working out and everything like that. And so I put on probably more weight, and I didn't have that toned look before. And so I just have excess, you stretch out. You're growing a human for 9 months. And so I think moms, we just got to give ourselves, we just need to realize that that's part of it. And it's great. Your body is strong. You've created life. But you just got to accept that I'm never going to have a six pack or the defined look. And it is what it is. So you just got to love your body in this new stage of life after having kids and find that journey. So
you feel like you're stronger, right?
I feel like my immune system's stronger. I feel like, I haven't been needing to sleep as many hours, which is kind of crazy. My body's waking up before my alarm clock. So I feel like my immune system is actually stronger. I'm getting really good energy, and I feel good in the shape that I'm in right now. Like I feel like this is probably at my optimal right now.
Yeah. So you're 120. You're wanting to get up to 125, right?
Yeah, 125 would probably be the best weight for me. So now it's the journey of, okay, we got to eat more and the right things in order to build more muscle. And my workouts need to be
that's
really
your
targeted.
goal. From this point on, you want to build more muscle, just get a little bit stronger, right?
Yeah, because I'm in the last couple of years here in my 30s, and I know it gets a little bit, wonky once you get into my 40s and hormones start changing and all that stuff. So I want to build as much muscle as possible now.
And now what do you look forward to enjoying, I guess?
I think, honestly, it's just like dumping that mental load of having to track everything. Yes. Like, I know after these 6 weeks how I need to eat for optimal health. And so I just need to remember that, like, high protein for my breakfast, keeping those snacks in that are high protein as well. Not letting the car snacks sneak back in, because that was where I got off track at the beginning of the year. But yeah, I think it's just dumping that mental load of tracking everything.
It's hard, definitely hard. And like I said, you don't have to track to see results. all you got to do is listen to your body, portion control,
Yeah.
and little self-control. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
I guess,
make sure you're not doing that emotional eating and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff too. But what about you? Like, what are your
so the biggest
visions
challenges
too?
for me that I was hungry probably the whole time. It wasn't as bad because I was still enjoying the foods that I really enjoy. It's just not overindulgent. I think
Yeah.
for me, I want to feel full because it's satisfying.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to have that mindset either because it's not good for your health.
Right. What do you think about your results? Like, are you feeling good about where you're at?
I'm pretty happy with my results. I think I'm still tweaking and learning more of my macronutrients because like I noticed throughout the process that I wasn't getting enough fats in throughout my day and it was just getting too much for me to balance everything. So I really, right now I'm in the process of learning how to find a good macro breakdown so that I don't feel like I'm constantly having to make up certain macros at the end of the day. Because I do intermittent fast, which I think that plays a role in it.
Yeah.
But intermittent fasting is so beneficial for you, and it's been beneficial for me with time saving and just for all the benefits that you get from it. And I enjoy it, and I don't plan on giving intermittent fasting up because that's something that's really been helpful for me. And so I had to find a good macro balance. And this is where you just have to trial and error with your macros, and that's what we teach in our coaching program is just learning how to eat so that you're not feeling deprived as much. I mean, you still have to deprive some, but you're not having to feel like you're in a diet. But overall, I felt strong, I felt good, I felt focused, more focused, and I felt energized.
Good.
I felt energized. So those are the benefits, and definitely outweighs the negative for it. And my goal from this point on is to continue to keep going, continue to get a little bit leaner, for the summer, and then I just want to start building.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that I build a better foundation by still being aware of what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, and maybe continuing to track maybe a few days instead of every day.
Yeah, and I think one of the things I learned too is just like the eating out. Like since we do eat out once a week, like we probably need to be looking at that maybe a little bit more just to make sure that we're maintaining and we're not doing a binge on the weekends to lose progress and everything.
I think that's the biggest issue for us is the weekends, and I know a lot of families are like that too, that the weekends we just completely go off track.
Yeah.
And if we can tighten that up on the weekends, if I can tighten it up on the weekends, I'll be happy with my results because I do want to enjoy a beer here and there. I do want to enjoy the summer and have barbecues and stuff like that. So you know, you got to have balance, and I think if you can just be aware of the food, aware of the amount, then you can still enjoy and have a balanced life or balanced summer, right?
Yeah. So I think one of the big things that I heard both of us kind of talk about was energy, and I just wanted to highlight that again, is that the way we were eating, our macros were set so that our bodies were using all of the food we were eating optimally, and we had really good energy. Yeah. And I think that's a big thing that I want to just really highlight is because when you're not eating the right foods, your body's going to feel lethargic. You're not going to be able to you're going to nap more, like if you're not hydrating well. So I think this was just a really good, lesson for me in that what you eat really does, like it impacts your whole entire day and how you function. So,
Yeah. So I guess hopefully you guys learned some things from this process. You learned the foods that I eat. We are opening up opportunities for you to work with us if you're interested. Mom, dads, men in general, women, if you want to work with us, allow us to help you figure out how to get your macros down right so that you're not feeling deprived and still seeing results in your life.
Yeah.
And
if you are curious about the foods that I ate and the high protein meals, I do have a guide out there, some recipes out there, just how I ate on this. You can download that at our website and just get your free recipes for high protein meals. So
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye.